Okay, good afternoon everybody. Dimple Trikamji here, showing you guys how to make stir-fry noodles. As you can see on the board, I've put some learning objectives of what you're going to be learning today. We are making stir-fry noodles, and you've got a list of the learning objectives on the board, like I said. So we've got demonstrating of knife skills, we've got understanding flavours, we've got master cooking techniques, develop ingredients awareness, we've got practice time management because we only have 1 hour when we're cooking. Okay, we've got enhanced presentation skills, cultural appropriation, so encourage creativity when you're making food, okay, promote healthy eating, and build confidence when you're cooking. These are all the things that we're learning as well in your cooking lessons, okay, especially your practical ones. So today we're doing stir-fry noodles. There's a lot of preparation that goes into this, okay. Firstly, because we're using chicken today, I've got one chicken breast here, okay. I'm going to slice this first, and we're going to do step by step, okay. Right, so I'm taking one large chicken breast. When you guys are cooking next week, you can bring in 2 medium or 1 large, okay? There'll be enough for all of you because we have lots of ingredients. Sometimes there's a little bit of extra fat. We can just cut that off, okay? Here we go. So this small part was here. So I'm just going to hold the chicken and then I'm going to slice it into long strips, okay? If you would like to dice it, you can dice it. I'm going to prefer to do them in strips. So I'm going to take that little bit of fat and pop it in the bin. And I'm going to take the chicken and place it there. Okay. We don't wash our meat, okay, or our chicken or our poultry, because all it does when we wash it, it just contaminates our whole sink area. What we are aiming to do is to keep everything, so the contamination is not crossing over, okay? So it's called cross-contamination. We don't want to do that. So we want to make sure that we're not washing the chicken at this point. When we're cooking chicken at a high temperature, all the bacteria is burnt. Sorry, it's burnt away, okay? Taking that little bit off there. I know some of you prefer to wash your chicken at home. If you're doing it at home, that's up to you, but at school we are not doing that, okay? Right. I'm just cleaning it as we're going along. As you can see, I'm making it a bit smaller so that it's thinner slices. When they're thin slices, they cook quickly as well, okay? All right. There's a lot of chopping, slicing, dicing going on here today. Can anyone tell me what method I'm using? Yes?
The cream method.
No. Nearly though. Nearly. Yeah.
Claw.
Claw grip. Yeah. This is the claw grip. Well done, okay. Yeah.
Bridge method.
Bridge, that's it, yeah. Claw grip, bridge method, yeah, we can use that. Okay. Right, I'm cutting it in half so I can get the thinner slices, okay? And it also cooks evenly when you cut it in thin slices equally, okay? Some parts I'm using claw grip, some parts I'm using bridge method because of the way, if this is a small piece, it's better for me to use bridge, okay? And then sometimes it's like this, I'm using my claw grip, okay? These are the techniques that you pick up when you're cooking. And you guys have picked up loads so far already, so it's really amazing. Okay, making it a little bit thinner. Okay. Cutting off any excess that I don't want. Placing that in the bin. Okay, nearly done. As time goes on, guys, you will get a little bit faster at this, okay? Okay, there we go. That's my chicken done. So I'm just going to take any excess that I didn't use, any fat particles, and I'm going to place that in the bin. Okay, I'm going to have to use my knife again, so I'm just going to give it a quick wash. Can anyone tell me what temperature water do I use when I'm washing? Yes?
Warm.
Warm. Anybody else?
Hot and cold.
Yeah, hot and cold to make it warm. Yeah, so we use hot soapy water. Not hot that it's burning your hands, just hot enough for it to get disinfected, okay? Just washing my knife really quickly. Now, I don't need to use my gloves for the next part, okay? So I'm just going to take my gloves off. I'm going to dry that knife and I'm going to bring it over with another chopping board. It's okay, just leave it where it is. It's fine, not a problem. Okay? So firstly, questions in a moment, yeah? Firstly, I will marinate my chicken, okay? So, I'm going to have some salt, about a teaspoon of salt, because we'll have lots of vegetables, okay? Here we go, about a teaspoon of salt. We're going to have about half a teaspoon of pepper, black pepper. I'm going to put some chili powder for flavour. And then that was about a teaspoon. I've got a tablespoon of mixed herbs here. Okay, now I've got some garlic here which has been peeled. Now I'm just going to really quickly crush it with the back of my knife, blade facing this way. So I'll move this out of the way. I'm going to crush the garlic, okay? And then I'm just going to slice it and dice it. Pulling it together, holding my knife on my chopping board, okay? Just taking all the garlic off. Doing it again. Okay, just moving my knife around. There you go. I've diced that really nicely quickly, okay? So that's called mincing the garlic as well. Placing that in there. Okay. Now, with a spoon, I'm just going to give that a good mix. So this will marinate for a little while I'm preparing my other vegetables, okay? As you will be working in groups of 3s, we will all have a job. We'll have somebody cutting the chicken, we will have somebody preparing our vegetables, we will have somebody helping with the vegetables because we've got quite a lot to do here, okay? So, while that's being marinated over here should I say, okay? I'm going to leave that to the side. Right, now, my cooker, I have got a pan here where I've boiled my water already, okay? I'm going to put the pan on, I'm going to put the cooker on, and then I'm going to put my hot water in. But I'm going to put my hot water in as soon as I turn it on, because if the pan heats up before you put boiling water in, the water will splash up at you, okay? And that's what we don't want. And this is going to cook our noodles. You okay? Yeah? I'm filling it up slowly. I'm not pouring it all in quickly because I don't want it to overspill. I don't want it to come out of the kettle. I'm just taking my time. Okay? There we go. Now, I'm going to put a little bit of salt in this for flavour for our noodles. Okay? A tiny bit of oil as well. Okay, that's all I need. Okay? While I've got the oil out, I'm going to take about 2 tablespoons of oil and place it in to my frying pan, okay? Because we're going to use that in a moment. Finished with that, so I'm going to place that here. So my water's going to start boiling really quickly because it is hot, okay? And I've got the pan on. So these are called egg noodles, okay? We won't be using pot noodles, we won't be using those quick speedy noodles because they're too thin, okay? We need to be using the egg noodles. These have come from Asda, but you can go to any supermarket or corner shop where you can buy them from, okay? Yes.
Well, if the person you're working with find the egg.
And then you can find other ones without eggs in them as well, okay? Right. Can you take your bag off? Yeah? Okay. Right, so I have got 1 nest here, and then I'm going to put 2 in, okay, today. That should be more than enough. Okay, I'm going to place that on the side here because I finished using that. Now it's time for me to prepare my vegetables, okay? I think I might put a little bit more in there. We've got quite a lot of it. I'm just going to break one in half, okay? Does anybody use these noodles at home? Okay, excellent. So we know which what they are, okay? Right. I'm going to put a lid on here, on this one, okay? Just so it will start cooking quicker. Right, so we're going to now prepare our vegetables again. Take this, pop it in the sink because we don't need that. Okay. So I have some peas here, which are frozen, which I have defrosted. I have some sweet corn here, and then I have half a pepper, okay, a green one, half a red pepper. I have a red onion, I have white onion, okay. Lots of vegetables going on here, I'm probably sure you're thinking. I've got broccoli and I've got a carrot here. So you have a choice of what types of vegetables you would like to place into your stir fry. Now, you can also use things like, anyone got any ideas? What would you like in your stir fries? Mushrooms maybe? Yeah? You could put mushrooms if you wanted to, but don't forget mushrooms have a large water content as well, okay? Bean sprouts, you know the ones that you find, yes? Yeah, but you can put them in there if you want to, but not too much, okay? Yeah?
Miss, you know how you chop the garlic
Yeah.
and you kind of onion on this? Isn't it cross-contamination?
No, because it's not raw food, okay?
Oh, okay.
If I was using it, that's a really good question. If I had my chopping board where I had the raw meat on here, and then I went straight to use it, then it is cross-contaminating, okay? I'm just going to give that a quick check, because it's boiling. There you go. Put that temperature down and put the lid back on. Yes.
Could you put spring onions?
We could put spring onions, yes. We can. Okay, so this carrot I'm going to do a knife skill called julienne, okay? So I'm going to use my claw grip, my bridge method as well, but then we're going to julienne the carrot. It's going to be small, thin strips, okay? So, cutting them nice and fine. Okay, then using my bridge here. Doing this a little bit slower because I want to make sure I'm not chopping my fingers, okay? Alright, now do the other part of the carrot. Okay, nice thin strips. Using my bridge for the last part. Moving my fingers out the way, okay? Now, I'm going to get two of them together because they're same size, okay? And I'm just going to slice them really finely, okay? Put that down. Okay? So as you can see, they're nice and fine, okay? Really small. So if you don't like carrots, this is a great way to introduce carrots because they're really fine and they're really small and you can't really see them, or you can see them, but you can't really taste them in big chunks, okay? So I've taken two at a time. Doing the same thing to all of the carrot, okay? Some people like to use the vegetable peeler to cut the carrots like that, okay? Like there. Nearly done. Okay. So as you can see, this takes time and this takes patience, okay? Chicken doesn't take too long to cook. So most of our time in this dish is going to be going on our preparation, okay? So I'm going to take I'll use this bowl here because I've already got it, okay? I'm going to put my carrots into this bowl. Okay? Carrots are done. Now I'm going to move on to my peppers. When we are slicing peppers, we want to make sure that the shiny side, okay, is down. Because when we're cutting on the shiny side, it's a little bit harder sometimes, okay? So we are just going to hold it, claw grip, and we're going to slice nice and thin. Some people like their peppers thick, which is fine. You can do it that way, okay? Nice and thin. And so when them are done, pop them here. I'll move that out of the way for you so you can see, yeah? Again. Always keeping my eyes on my vegetable and my knife, okay? Why do you think that is?
So you don't accidentally hurt yourself?
Yep, that's it. This is called safety in the kitchen, okay? If I'm over here watching over here, there's going to be a problem, okay? Might cut my fingers. Especially when you come to the end, take it a little bit slower, okay? There we go. There's my red pepper. Now I'm going to do some green pepper. If I'm going to give it a go this side. You'll see it's a little bit harder to slice, okay? So your best off shiny side is? Shiny side is?
Down.
Excellent, well done. For the peppers, the shiny side is down, okay? Take these, pop them in here. Okay, now my broccoli, okay? Actually, I'm going to do my onions first because the broccoli cooks really quickly, okay? So we're going to leave the broccoli to the last. So I'm going to take half an onion. This is being peeled, okay? We all right over there? Yeah? This is being peeled, so I'm going to cut it in half and then I will just slice it, okay? That's it. I know this is a long process, okay? But when you're doing it, it'll be a bit more fun, okay? Okay, there we go. I'm going to take my my white onion now, cut it in half. Nice thin slices, okay? So I've got the same consistency with all of my vegetables, yeah? Okay, there we go. Just going to take this and place this into my vegetable bowl, okay? Now, time to slice my broccoli, okay? So here, I have got my broccoli floret, okay, one floret. And I'm going to take it from the stem here, and I'm just going to slice through that, okay? There you go. Take another one, okay? All green vegetables are really good for you, okay? So we're going to make sure I use all that broccoli up. All right? Excellent. Okay, there's my broccoli ready. So now this, I'm going to place in my sink, okay? My knife is going to go in my sink. And it looks like my noodles are nearly ready. So I'm going to turn it off and just leave it in the water for a short while, okay? Now, as you know, I have already put the oil into my frying pan, so I'm going to put my frying pan on now, okay? Making sure I put the right hot. Okay. Taking my colander, guys, okay? I'm going to be taking the water out of my noodles because I don't want to overcook them, okay? So, the colander goes into the sink. We are very careful when we're transporting our pan, okay, because it's hot and it's got hot water in there. So we are taking it over here, okay, and then we're just going to empty that out, taking the sponge out, straight into the water there. I'm going to keep some of that water and I'll tell you why in a little while, okay. So quickly I poured it, lifted it up, kept some of that water. My oil is now ready, taking a spatula. Okay, taking my spatula. What do you think the first thing I'm going to cook is? What's going to take the longest to cook here? Yes. Sorry? The chicken's going to take longer, okay? So my first thing that I'm going to cook, my first ingredient that I'm going to cook is going to be my chicken. So, here goes in my chicken. And that's been sitting there marinating for about 5-10 minutes, okay? For as long as it took me. This goes where? Do I'm going to leave it here?
No.
I'm going to place it by the sink or in the sink, okay? Whichever one. Okay. Now we're just going to stir fry our chicken, okay? When chicken cooks, what colour does it turn? Yes.
Brown.
Brown, maybe, yeah? Yeah?
Golden brown.
Golden brown, yeah. Anyone else? Yeah. White, excellent. That's one. Does look golden brown, yeah, because of the edges that go brown, but inside it will be white, okay? Okay. At a high temperature, I'll be cooking my chicken because there's such thin slices of chicken that it's going to cook quickly, okay? And if you can just tell a mystery clip, that's it, that's brilliant. So you can see inside our frying pan. Yeah. So when you're watching this video at home, you'll be able to see everything, okay? Okay, so when we're making our stir fry, I will be asking you to bring some stir fry sauce in. You can buy little packets from the supermarket and they have a variety of flavours. You can get sweet and sour, you can get teriyaki, you can get hoisin, you can get all chow mein, you can get whichever flavour you like. Yes, darling. I'll show you a pack of stir-fry sauce, okay? But today, I have made my stir-fry sauce. I will show you what the packets look like. In here, I had some sweet chili and I had some Szechuan sauce that I had in the fridge, and I've mixed that together, okay? You can also use barbecue, you can use barbecue sauce, you can use ketchup as well, a little bit of chili sauce. They're the small little packets. I will show you what they look like, okay, after we've finished the demonstration. But today, I made my own. So, if you don't want to buy your own packet, then you maybe at home you'll have some different sauces that you can blend together. Maybe you have some chili oil, maybe you have some Szechuan sauce at home. Anyone got any of those kinds of sauces? Oyster sauce? Yeah? Sorry? Can't. Maybe you can give that a go if you want to, if you like the flavour of that. Okay? So when you order Chinese food, think about the flavours that you like to eat. Do you like chow mein? Do you like sweet and sour? Maybe you can purchase those, okay? Now my chicken isn't taking long to cook, okay? Nearly done. Now while that's cooking, I'm going to prepare one more ingredient. So this is a source of, what is chicken when it comes to our Eat Well guide? Anyone tell me? Yeah? I'm going to ask you today. Protein, excellent, well done. We are going to be adding more protein to this dish, okay? So we have 2 eggs here, we're going to be adding this. And then, so having all of this here, do you think this fulfills some of our Eat Well plate? Yeah? Why is that? Can someone give me any examples of anything that I've got here, ingredients-wise? Yes?
Because you have a variety of vegetables.
Yeah?
Chicken and eggs for protein. And yeah.
Excellent, well done. I'm going to rinse my hands, we've got some eggs on it. Okay, taking a fork, because I would like to whisk my egg, okay? Just to incorporate some air, because we will scramble this, okay? I don't need to add any flavour because I've got enough flavours in my chicken here, okay? Here we go. Doesn't take long. Perfect. In my sauce, I will be adding some soy sauce as well, okay? Instead of placing it separately, I'm going to place it in now. Probably be a tablespoon and a half, okay? Just going to rinse my fork so I can use it again. So I don't want to produce too many dishes, so that means more work, okay, at the end. Place all that in there. Give that a quick mix, okay? Brilliant. Put that on the side now. My chicken is ready. Okay? Now, I'm going to ask Miss to bring the camera closer to the bowl here, so I'm going to start adding all my other ingredients, okay? To our frying pan, should I say, my mistake. Apologies, okay? Right, here is our chicken, it's ready. Now, we are still going to be cooking, so this may be cooked just 85%, but we have got time when we put the other vegetables in still to be cooking, okay? So, firstly, I'm going to put in all of my raw vegetables, okay? On a nice, not too high temperature, medium temperature, I am stir frying my vegetables, okay? My vegetables, because they're chopped really finely, do you think they're going to take a long time to cook, or do you think it's going to be quite quick? Yes.
Quite quick.
Quite quick, well done. Okay? Holding my pan. Why am I holding my pan? Anyone can give me an idea? Naomi, why am I holding my pan? Yes. Yeah, so we're looking after health and safety here, okay? Right, now time for my peas. I'm not going to put all of the peas in, I'm going to put half of them in. Okay? I'm going to place my sweet corn, because they were frozen, so it's just going to take a little while for them to cook. Okay? Putting my temperature higher just a little bit. At the moment it is hot, okay? So we need to be careful about burning our fingers. We need to be careful about making sure we're attending, we're being here, okay? So we're concentrating what's happening, okay? Just making sure that was on, I'm sorry. Okay, now it's time to cook my eggs, okay? I made them well in the middle of my frying pan, okay? Or my wok, I can call it. And my egg, I'm gonna place in the middle, okay? Using my spatula to take all of those ingredients out. Now, for a moment, I'm just going to let that cook, okay? I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna let it cook. I don't want to mix it in just yet, okay? Some people do it separately or do the egg first and take it out and then put it in, but we're just going to use one pot here, okay? Okay, now, egg will start cooking quickly. So in the middle, I'm just going to start stirring, whisking that a little bit, okay? There we go. And you can see the egg forming, okay? So we're getting scrambled egg here, all right? Okay, give it a couple more seconds. Okay. Would you like to sit back a bit, Loki? Yeah, well done. Okay, now that's done. Okay, so now I'm going to incorporate all of my ingredients together. There we go. So we've got our vegetables, we've got our herbs, we've got our spices, we've got our eggs. I'm going to ask you guys to stay really quiet, okay? Well done. Okay, there we are. Now, time for the broccoli, because broccoli doesn't take long to cook, okay? So the broccoli's going to go in now. And we want to keep some of those nutrients in our vegetables, so we're not going to overcook them. This is why we call it stir fry, because they're a little bit crunchy and they keep all of our nutrients in, okay? Still keeping it at a high heat. Just stirring that in. Broccoli takes minutes to cook, okay? So by the time you finish cooking your dish, the broccoli will be cooked. And I'm sure nobody wants soggy broccoli, do they? Okay, right. At this point, I will come and get my noodles, okay? And I'm going to put my noodles into my food. I'm going to be a little bit cheeky and I'm just going to cut the noodles a little bit. So with a butter knife, because it is a non-stick pan we've got here, I'm just going to take the noodles and just cut them a little, okay? Take it to the side of the pan, just so it's easier to mix up sometimes as well, okay? That's all I need to do. My temperature up, so we have to be controlling the temperature at all times. Sometimes it's got to be high, sometimes it's got to be a little bit low. You will see when you're cooking this how it needs to change, okay? Okay. Now I'm just mixing that all in. Now, time for my sauce, okay? I'll put my sauce in there. Do you remember some of that water that we saved from the pasta, from the noodles? I'm going to put a small amount, just so it's not too dry. Okay? Now, time to mix. Now, so by the time this is all mixed up, you're going to have your beautiful chicken stir fry, okay? And then it'll be ready for you to enjoy at lunchtime or maybe take some home for your parents, okay? Thank you very much for watching.